guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chidima Osai, and if this is your first time of seeing me here on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know I love you so much. Thank you. And I want to take this opportunity and thank every one of you that watched my last video. Guys, the love was massive. Like, this is the first time on my channel that a video is surpassing 100 views in one day. Wow, thank you. I just want to say thank you so very much. I feel like I'm not appropriately dressed for this topic, but the thing is, I'm actually very tired, and the ideas are there, but the preparation, the makeup, everything to get this video started is not here. And honestly speaking, I am too tired to start getting all those things ready. So pardon and forgive me for looking this way, for not making up and looking all glamorous for this particular video. So what's this particular topic that requires me to dress so elaborately and elegantly, and I'm not dressed for it? That topic is how to stay happy despite the ASUU strike. I think I'm officially an expert when it comes to staying happy, staying focused, productive during the ASUU strike, because I have been through it all. I've been through the bad times, the depression, the sadness, the happiness, the glow up, the productivity decline, and then being a workaholic. I have been through it all. So I am in the best position to tell you how to stay happy during this ASUU strike. Okay, and this is in no order. It's just like I'm just going to be giving five tips or 5 ways you can stay happy, or 5 things you can do to stay happy during this ASUU strike, because I know a lot of people are not happy. A lot of people feel like they are sad, they want to kill themselves, like they are so depressed, they want to float away. And I remember feeling that way. I remember feeling like I wanted to float away and just wake up and not be at home, magically disappear to somewhere that will just be alone and rest. I get you. This period is terrible. Because I know for me, I had my time, everything planned out. I was like, once I finish from school, I'm going to spend a few months at home, go for my youth surveys. I might even spend that few months in school, and just, because my house rent will not have expired by then, I'll just spend that time in school. I don't want to waste my house rent. I'll just stay there. And once it's time for service, I'll go for my youth service. Or better still, I can look for someone and that person is going to take over my house for me. Yeah, so I remember thinking, okay, someone can just pay for that rent and I'll take that money and just stay afloat until, I'm ready for my youth service. Like, how long am I even going to spend at home? Like, max 1 month, highest 2 months. But now this ASUU strike has surpassed all of that. I know how you're feeling. I'm a student, I get it. You want to go away, you want to leave your house, you read something and just take you away from your house so that you just spend time away from home and just rest. You want to earn, you want to just, everything is just annoying, yet everything is not annoying. You are grateful, but you're still not that grateful. You are happy, but you're not just that happy. I understand. And so I'm going to be sharing tips that you can use during this ASUU period to stay happy. Take it from me, like I said, I am experienced in this one. I have gone through all the emotions. And so I am experienced to give you advice on this. First things first, in no particular order. I'm just saying first things first, but not in no particular order. The first thing you need to do to stay happy during the ASUU strike is to get a source of income. I don't want to say get a job or get a business or turn to affiliate marketing or anything. Or no, I don't want to give you particular things to do, but all I can tell you is get a source of income, because it is important. When you have a source of income, you are able to buy things for yourself, things that make you happy. You're able to do things that will. You're able to go to where you want to go. You can afford to go out to a particular place and know that you're sorted. You're paying your bills. You don't have to go to your mom, your dad, or your siblings and ask for money. You are sorted. So get a source of income, except you have like a Yahoo boyfriend that is going to be giving you money all the time. I don't know for you, but if you don't have, or your daddy is probably Dangote and he pays you allowances, even if your daddy is Dangote and he pays you allowances, the truth is that sometimes the resources you have is not able to meet up with your needs and wants. Let's say you are okay, let's just say for instance your Dangote daddy is giving you 10 million naira, but in your needs you want to buy a house, a car, you want to have the latest Gucci bag or Chanel bag, and you also want to go on a vacation, on a trip, on that 10 million naira. It's not enough. So what will happen? You will feel like if only you had more, you'll be able to do everything you want to do, your needs and wants included. So that is why you should get a source of income for yourself. I don't think I've hammered it well, or I don't know if I've taken the point home as I wanted to. But the honest truth is, if your daddy was Dangote, you will not be affected by this strike. You will not be anywhere close to this strike. So let's face it, your daddy is not Dangote. And because your daddy is not Dangote, go and find something doing. There is something my mommy taught us while we were growing up. See, as long as it pays your bills, as long as it is legal, it is legally. As long as it is legally, please do it. One thing that I've realized or I've noticed that is our problem, especially undergraduates, is that you're busy raising shoulders. How can undergraduates like me, final year mass communication, be doing this? My dear, do it. As long as it pays your bills, just do it. Freestyle and do it. As long as it's paying your bill, as long as it's legal and you're earning from it, do it with your full chest. Don't mind what people will say. Your classmates will still say, if you don't earn anything and you're looking shabby, they will still talk. So don't focus your attention on your classmates and your friends. Focus your attention on what is going to earn you some money. Then the second thing I would advise you do is you should get a skill. You should learn something, you should take a course, anything you want to know. But let me just say, acquire knowledge. Yes, there is this power that comes with acquiring knowledge. When you feel or know that you're adding to your knowledge base, it gives this self-confidence and it gives joy. I don't know about another person, but for me, that's what happens. Anytime I feel like I'm doing something that is adding to my knowledge base or to my bank of knowledge, word Chidima, to my bank of knowledge, it gives me joy and it makes me feel like, yes, life is actually good. You are learning this thing. You didn't know this thing before, but now you know it. Like, I have bragging rights. I know how to do this freaking thing, so I have bragging rights. That's another way to stay happy. Acquire knowledge. You can acquire knowledge in so many ways. It could be through a course, it could be learning a handiwork, it could be learning a trade, it could be taking a course, reading a book. Anyhow or any way you want to acquire knowledge, start acquiring knowledge. The good knowledge anyway. Start acquiring knowledge. It gives a boost. It gives this self-confidence. It gives this boost of self-confidence, and that is what you need. The third thing that cannot be overemphasized is, guy, girl, you cannot come and go and kill yourself. I had to learn this the hard way, but I learned it nonetheless. I remember there was this particular day, and I never shared this thing with anybody, but I'm sharing it with you. So I was at home and I was working that entire day. I was working from home. I sleep well the night before, and so I was working, and after working I had to edit a YouTube video that day. I had to post, and I also had to promote. And then there was something other things about work that I was doing that was like kind of taking up my time. And I remember getting a call asking me to do something, and then again another call came in asking me to do another thing. Like, I think that particular day I got like 3 different calls to do 3 different really stressful things, and I was just saying okay. So in my mind, what I was doing that particular day was making sure that I didn't offend anybody, making sure that I meet up with everybody's expectations of me that day. But when I went into the kitchen to do part of the things I was meant to do, I stood there and I just remember crying. I cried so badly, and I remember telling myself that, God, I wish I would just float away for a few days, for 1 week, and nobody would realize I'm missing. But me myself, I will not be in this place. I will just be somewhere else relaxing. Nobody from work will be asking me, why have you not done this? Nobody at home will be saying, why this? I just wish this could happen. I wake up tomorrow morning and I'm not here. I'm just somewhere relaxing, somewhere in Dubai or somewhere in another country. Okay, not really in another country, God, but maybe somewhere that is just so peaceful. The bed is extra soft, on, like all this bed that can be on water, floating on water. Yes. And I'll just be relaxing. Can that happen to me, God? And that was not like my reality. And that's when I discovered, or I emphasized it to myself, that I cannot go and kill myself. If I'm at that point where it don't choke, I would simply just say, no, sorry, I can't. I would turn my phone off, I would go and sleep. Or I would simply waste my data and watch Netflix, or go on YouTube and start watching different things. Because at that point in time, I cannot come and go and kill myself for anybody. You would enjoy me more when I'm most productive. That is the truth. Be my parent, be my sibling, be anything, even at work. You will enjoy me the most when I am at my most productive state. If I'm giving you that energy where I'm in diminishing return, you will complain. I am exhausted, I'm complaining, you're complaining, nobody is gaining anything. So when I am at that point in time, I just like, I can't come and go and kill myself, and I'll just rest. Okay, so that's part of the things that I do. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is, man, get yourself a Jesus. Get yourself a Jesus. Yes, get yourself a Jesus. So when I came back home from the strike, it was a difficult adjustment to make. It was so difficult for me. And I remember talking to my friend, and I told my friend everything I was going through. My friend kept saying, talk to God about it, talk to God about it. I'm like, yeah, I know God cares about everything, but am I supposed to like tell God that, okay, God, I know I'm grateful I have parents that provide for me. I know I'm grateful I have siblings. I know I'm grateful I have a place to place my head and the support that they give me. But am I also supposed to tell God that, in as much as I'm grateful, that I wish things were like this, or things were like that, or this and that? Like, how would God perceive that thing? And my friend was like, just talk to God, talk to Jesus about it. Don't be telling me. Tell him. I will not be able to understand you, I will not be able to comfort you, but he's the only one that can. Talk to him. And that was the best advice I received in this entire period. Get yourself a Jesus and talk to him. No matter how awful you think the attitude or characters of people you're staying with is or are, you should talk to God about it. Tell him what you are feeling. Explain the bad attitude to him. And tell him how it makes you feel. Tell him the kind of situation you want and how you want everything to be for you. And trust me, he would help you out. He is the only one that can comfort you. This thing I'm saying cannot comfort you. Only God can. Okay, so I did that and it worked. Like, this is me telling you that I did that and it worked for me. After doing it, I became the happiest, I became the most productive, I became myself. Like, I was truly living and I was happy, living at the pace of actually living and not existing. I was happy. Like, happiness existed. I'm feeling like one professor. I'm feeling like one professor because I'm just spitting facts here. Spitting facts back to back. Over to the last tip. The last tip I'm going to give you, I've said this before in my previous video on how to survive the ASUU strike. Now, the final thing you need to do to stay happy during the ASUU strike is to find yourself a me time. Your me time, this cannot be overemphasized. Like, I cannot say, I don't know, I've said this over, it feels like all the points I've been saying cannot be overemphasized, but this one is especially true. Yes, this is true. Get yourself a me time. Do something. Look for something you can do for yourself. Now, previously, what I would usually do for myself is that I would exercise. That was just like my me time. Exercise, me and my phone, exercising. That was me. That's just like, yes, this is Chidima's time. Chidima is getting her body right, getting her mind right. That is Chidima's time. But lately, for reasons you're going to see in another YouTube video, what I've been doing is spending my time on Netflix. Sometimes, not like all the time, but like, I think there's this, I saw this particular movie that I've been binge watching, and that is Working Moms. I don't know how, but I just saw myself relating a lot to that particular film, that particular movie. When I said film, one of my lecturers just came to my head, because he would always say film. So when I said that, it just hits me. But like, I don't know why, but I related a lot to that movie, and I enjoyed it. I binge watched on it. So find your me time, find what you can do, what makes you happy, and do it. If it's Netflix, just go and butter money, go and look for ego that you're going to use in to watch Netflix. For me, I have to like be stealing sometimes before I sleep. I'll still like 10 minutes on like that particular on an episode of that movie I told you guys I was binge watching, and watch maybe the next day before I sleep again, and that 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes. And for me, I was happy, So that's another thing you can do. Look for what makes you happy, invest your time in it, invest your just use it as your me time to relax, to chill. Then I always give you guys like bonus tips, right? I always give, anytime I'm talking about anything, I always give bonus tips. Okay, I'm going to give you guys bonus tips. I don't know if I'm going to give two or one, but let's see. Another bonus tip that I will give is let go of expectations. You expected that if you're on ASUU strike, you will earn 200,000. You're expecting that once you graduate, you earn 200,000, and now this is an opportunity for you to practice having graduated. You're able to earn up to 20,000 naira in 1 month. Free those expectations. You are expecting that when you are in your family's house, that they will pamper you, they will care for you, they will do this and do that because you are the first child, or this one, they will do that. Leave those expectations. Just free those expectations. Free your mind from those expectations. Just let them go. Okay, work with reality. Free expectations and work with reality. What you're expecting that you're going to get a particular job in this particular place, but it's not working out for you. Free those expectations. Oh, you're expecting that if you are, that's going to hit home for a lot of people. You're expecting that despite this ASUU strike, that you are still going to be seeing that dude that you used to see when you are in school. Free that expectation. Okay, I don't know what expectation you had or what you were expecting when you're coming home from strike, but free that expectation. Free it and focus on what is happening right now. The second bonus is similar to this particular bonus, this first bonus, but it's different. Stop comparing. Stop comparing. You don't have to compare yourself with your friend. Your friend calls you, and friend is like, hey babe, how you doing, girl? Do you know that I earn 200,000 naira a month despite being on a strike? Do you know that I don't even need to work because my cute handsome boyfriend, or my cute handsome husband, my husband, material husband, gives me 500,000 naira every month. I don't work, and I still am able to do everything I'm supposed to do. And you're probably earning less than 10k, or you're probably earning less than 30,000, which is minimum wage, and you're there thinking to yourself, why? I mean, why? Why would they all be earning this amount of money? Why would this thing be happening in this person's life? And my own life is you start comparing. But now, how can this? I wish I was. Stop comparing. Stop it. Like, just stop. Stop comparing how much you're earning. Stop comparing another person's living situation. Stop comparing another person's freedom. Stop comparing yourself to another person. Stop it. The moment you stop comparing yourself to another person and start living your reality, the better for you. It's just like, for instance, me complaining that, oh, I wish I had a better background. I wish I had more light. This person has more light. I'm seeing how she has. That is that person's reality, but I don't need to compare myself with that person. What I can do is, what can I do? What would work for me? If you guys notice, this is not the setup we had before. This, I had to like do it this way because I wanted to trace and turn and see what's up. And I now notice that I'm liking this, and I just need to add some more flowers to this side. But I'm liking it, and that is what you can do. Stop comparing yourself. Just know how you can manage what you have and make it work for you. This is the end of the ways you can keep yourself happy amid the ASUU strike.